somebody who is going to take over from me. And I have no doubt that person is going to do very, very well. So first on the agenda, I do not know whether my chaplain, whether she's available. Is Pastor Rachel here? Oh, please come over. You know, in everything that we do, I put God first. And I'm going to ask my chaplain to please invoke God's presence here into this gathering.
Lord God, we just welcome you in this space and we pray your blessing over our gathering and over all the decisions taken in this place. In Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Well, thanks ever so much, Pastor Rachel. She's the pastor of the Baptist church here. Let's go for on the agenda. And the first thing on the agenda is to elect the town mayor for the municipality year of 2025-2026. Yes, Councillor Butler.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It is an honour to nominate Councillor Dan Azzaro to serve as the town mayor for 2025 to 2026. I've worked with Dan not only here at Elstree and Bournemouth Town Council, but also at Hartsmere Borough Council, where Dan served the Kenilworth ward at Hartsmere. Politics has not always been easy, as Dan knows. I may not let Dan call a coin toss or pick the longest straw, as we all know what would happen. But even though Dan has lost, he comes back fighting. Dan is loyal, he is honest, and he is true. He stands up for what he believes in. He speaks with passion and from the heart. He is not scared to tell you the truth, even if it is something you do not wish to hear. Dan has come a long way, and he is highly respected, not only in the political world, but also with the great community of Elstree and Bournemouth, and I can see so many of you here tonight as well, so that's just an example of Dan's base and how he touches everyone and everyone's hearts within our town. I've seen firsthand how Dan worked within the town and the community of Elstree and Bournemouth. He is so well known that even when I went door knocking, I felt as though I was second best and I'd been here a darn sight longer than he has. So he's certainly come a long way. Dan knows what is expected of him as our town mayor. It is a post that deserves respect. It is a post that I know you will respect. It is a post that I know that you will deliver for Elstree and Bournemouth residents, and you will do the best of your ability. Dan also knows what this role represents. So Dan, for this year, you may just be the king of Elstree and Bournemouth without a national anthem, but I hope this year you enjoy it. I hope this year you represent everyone on Elstree and Bournemouth from all backgrounds, whoever they may be. And I wish you the very best of luck, and I please look forward to working with you. Thank you very much, Dan.
Thanks, Councillor Butler. Do we have any seconder? Oh yes, Councillor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This one's working. Okay.
Some work to do still in this council
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, and congratulations to you as well for having served a wonderful year in the capacity of Mayor and Chair, and going on to even better things at the Borough Council. And I hope you do that just as well, if not better, than you've been doing until now for the Town Council. So I'm very pleased this evening to have been given the privilege of seconding my friend, colleague, and comrade, Councillor Dan Azzaro, for Mayor of Elstree and Bournemouth. As is well known in these parts, Dr. Dan is a very accomplished individual. He is fluent in Spanish and has written and broadcast and lectured extensively about one of his favourite subjects, Argentinian politics. He is a man committed to the struggle for human rights, workers' rights and dignity the world over, both as a leading trade unionist, as a writer and as an activist. But one of the things that I learned from Dan is that eliminating global inequalities begins right here at the local level, where as councillors and citizens we have agency to improve people's lives and the environment in which we live. Dan has led so many local campaigns that have made a huge difference. Save Alderman Reservoir, stop the dangerous flooding on Allen Lane, to name just a couple. And all this in addition to groundbreaking projects on this council. He was instrumental in saving the real cinema. He was the creator of a cultural and creativity strategy for our town, led the work on our new film and TV exhibition, and pushed for this council to adopt a climate emergency and with a strategy to address it. Dan, we will be fortunate to have you as mayor. Our charities and causes know they have a local champion in you, and in your two lads, or perhaps mini mayors as they're called now, in the style that you've got the household, Lennon and Noah. They'll be a great asset at your side. And finally, it's become traditional to mention the unmentionable, which is, whilst we could, of course, settle things tonight with the toss of a coin, but I'm suggesting we don't go down that route, and hopefully it will be decided on a normal vote, in all manner of things. So, Dan, get fully behind you, and hopefully you are voted in as Mayor for Elstree and Bournemouth Town Council.
Thank you, Councillor Alexander. That was very, very pleasant on your part. We all know that. Without further ado, let's go for a vote. A show of hands. Who all is in favor of Councillor Dan Lazaro? It's unanimous. Well done, Councillor Lazaro. You are now the new mayor.
Evening, everyone. I can't believe that just happened, but thank you so much. I'm just going to read the Declaration of Acceptance of Office. I, Dan Lazaro, have been elected to the office of Mayor of Elstree and Bournemouth. Declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to observe the Members' Code of Conduct adopted by the Council. Right, so next on the agenda, we've got, we're on point 1.3. Receive any announcements from the outgoing town mayor, knowing now, he's mayor, he's Hearts and Borough Council mayor now. I know he will have some things to say, so I'm right to say.
Thanks all so much, Councillor Lazaro. I wish you very well. May God bless you during your mayoralty. I have no doubt that you are going to do very, very well for our people. I would like to say a few things about Councillor Lazaro. He has been very faithful in executing the duty of the deputy mayor. He's someone that I always counted upon, and you really did very, very well. I pray to God that you continue to go about with what is expected of you, and you continue to go about with guidance, and you have a very strong team of Ms. Martel and also Sis Tracy and Sis Jenny and others. And I would like to say thanks to all of you for coming, but in the meantime, I would like to say thanks to my team, Sis Jenny, and all of you people have been the stalwart. You people have been my backbone, and you people have been made things to happen for me, and also in the interest of everyone. So without further ado, I would like to recognize you as well as Sis Rachel Waits, my chaplain. You all have done really, really miraculously work in the interest of this town. And at the same time, I've enjoyed the working relationship with all of the councillors. So, as a recognition of this, my darling wife, Reverend Collins, thanks so much also for being very supportive. I would like for you to please give all of our folks something, in recognition of the hard work that they have done. And in the meantime, Sis Rachel, can you please come over and Sis Jenny? Yeah. My darling, since she's not here, they want to put down and also. So once again, I'm so pleased, I'm very ecstatic, I'm humbled and honored to be here and observe the inauguration of Councilor Lazaro. And I would like to say that I'm going to commit myself to all of you to work tirelessly in your interest because as God will have it, I'm also the elected mayor of Hasmere. And I represent a lot of folks and I always ask folks for some favor. And the favor I'm going to ask all of you for you to please keep me in your prayers and thought and invoke God's presence in my life so that I will continue to do the right thing in the interest of all of the people. May God bless you all. And Councilor Zaro, carry on, do the right thing. May God bless you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much for your kind words, Mayor Alfred, and wish you the best for the membership as well. Okay, so we now have received announcements from the incoming mayor. Oh, that's me. Yeah. So I've got to make some announcements then. Okay. Okay. So it really is an enormous privilege to become mayor of Elstree and Bournemouth. It has been quite a journey, and I thank each and every one of you in this room who's been with me through the highs and also through the dark moments that I've had over the past few years. It's also moving to see Fairway Hall packed to the rafters to support me and to support our incoming deputy mayor, whose name I can't reveal yet, but whose family and friends are here, and I congratulate them as well. They will hopefully soon be voted in alongside me, and I know that they will be a wonderful choice. I want to start by thanking my family for their love and support over the years. To see my mum and dad, Phil and Lou, whom I owe so much to here, alongside my sisters, Katie and Louise, and my nephew Josh, and my stepmum Doreen, makes me very happy. My other sister Hannah, unfortunately, is a bit ill, but I love her too. Most importantly, my two beautiful boys, Lennon and Noah. Don't look shy, Lennon. You never look shy. It has been a difficult year for both of you, but I want you to know publicly that I love you dearly, and I will always be here as your dad, and I will always support you. Please always come to me if you ever need to. I accept this priority in memory of my little brother Ben and my little sister Fiona. our angels who were taken from my family and I too soon when I was a child. I hope that they would have been proud of me seeing me here today if they were alive. Now, I must pay tribute to our outgoing mayor, Alpha Collins. Alpha, it has been an honour to be your deputy. You have served our people with warmth, with charisma, with love. And I've seen how popular you are on the street. And I've seen how your blood and your infectious laughter rubs off on the people of our town, and they're drawn towards you in this incredible way. And I'm also grateful to you for selflessly allowing me the opportunity to make my all visits to causes that are important to me, and that means a lot to me. And I do wish you all the very best in your new adventure as Mayor of Hartsmith. And I also want to thank your consort, Reverend Louise, who supported me over the years as well, and for all the support that she's given me over the year of your office. So we have something to give you on behalf. Got something for you as well. Come over here.
Oh.
I extend my greetings to our counterpart twin towns as well, the mayors of those towns and the people of those towns who are our friends, in Fontenay in France, Offenburg in Germany and Shoam in Israel. And I look forward to meeting those mayors and representing our town locally, nationally and globally in due course. The work of our town council and the wonderful things that we've achieved in the last couple of years, for example, introducing the Farmers and Craft Market, Saving Real Cinema, establishing Film and TV Heritage Exhibition, expanding our programme of events, and the launch of the Draft Neighbourhood Plan would not have happened were it not for our incredible staff. Dan, our Entertainment Officer, all of our wardens and events team, the energy and ideas also of our youth councils actually, they bring so much to our town council, particularly since our administration decided to give them a place on each and every one of our committees so that young people's voices are heard in how our town council is run. Jenny Simon has been an absolute star as I will call you Mayor Alpha because you're Mayor Alpha, Mayor Alpha and my administrator, organising our diaries and answering queries at all times of day and night. Her brain is a hive of information, and I always tell her that you really must gather all of these stories from your decades of public service and put them by Tracy Morton, our Deputy Clerk, who's been through a lot personally over the last year, yet she still stepped up and acted as our acting clerk to save the Town Council through a rough patch. And I want to say a special thank you for that. Who have I left out? Oh yeah, Gillian. Gillian Martell has been a breath of fresh air since taking the helm as Town Clerk earlier this year. She's not only been a constant source of support for me and the other councillors here, but she works incredibly hard behind the scenes, transforming our systems and procedures and helping us to look good, quite frankly, really. With the English Devolution Bill potentially offering us increased responsibilities, powers and assets in years ahead, there is no one I trust more than Gillian to steer us through those moments and to take us to the next level. Positivity, yeah, I'm going on. Positivity and enthusiasm is instilling in us it's instilling us the belief that we can take our town to really incredible places. For instance, with our culture and creative arts strategy that is beginning to transform our town and build on both on and beyond our wonderful film and TV heritage and our current thriving history as well. I also thank my Labour comrades for in the room for backing me, and especially to my good friends, Councillors Richard and Brent, for their wonderful speeches just now. I also thank Councillor Rebecca, who is on her way from the school trip, but she'll make it later on. You've all been there for me for many years, and I really, truly appreciate that. Right, now on to the announcements themselves. That was just a preamble. And Linda did warn me that I've got to keep it short, but I'm the mayor now. Okay, so firstly, it is customary for the mayor to choose a consort to accompany them to events. Their role is traditionally reserved for the doting spouse or partner. Their brief is to passively mingle with the great and the good in attendance at different events, leaving their mayoral first citizen to steal the limelight. However, I'm breaking tradition this year, and I'm choosing someone who will no doubt cast me into the shadows because of their charisma, because of their intelligence, because of their quick wit, and because of their extroverted nature, and I also should say their charmingly good looks, which they get from their father. So today I announce that my escort will be my mini-mayor, my son Lennon. I've got something for you, Lennon. Come over here, please. Do you want to say a happy word?
I thank everyone that has been helping my dad to becoming the Austrian Bournemouth Town Council Mayor.
Thank you, Lennon. Secondly, I'm announcing tonight that my mayoral charity for this year is Space Hertfordshire, a charity close to me and my family's heart. They support families of children and young people who are neurodivergent, who have autism, ADHD, dyslexia, Tourette's, dyspraxia, dyscalculia, and other neurodiverse conditions. They arrange support groups for families, events and safe spaces for neurodivergent children, workshops and courses for parents and carers, and help empower and inspire young people to learn more about neurodiversity and their own lived experience. Thirdly, a custom that I believe was commenced from former Mayor Alpha last year was to appoint a chaplain. We saw Pastor Rachel earlier, to offer spiritual guidance during their term of office. And I'm truly delighted that two good friends of mine and local faith leaders have accepted this role and will now be the subject of many a late night phone call, a whinge, a moan, or just simply an appeal for spiritual guidance at midnight. My co-chaplains will be Rabbi Gershon Sillins of the Little Synagogue Elstree and Brother Amir from Bournemouth Islamic Society. I was really delighted that they were both pleased to share this role and that they want to use it as a platform to build upon our wonderful social action and interfaith dialogue projects that are taking place between our Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Hare Krishna and Hindu communities and those of no faith through Mitzvah Day, through Camp Unity and other projects in Elstree and Bournemouth over the years. And I want to send a clear message through choosing the two of them as my chaplains, that both our local Muslim and Jewish communities, some of whom are feeling vulnerable and some of whom are scared at this time, that we as a town absolutely stand with you. Finally, it would be remiss of me not to mention that it has been quite a week for our town, thanks to the success of our incredible football team, Bournemouth FC. And you'll have to forgive me, I brought a prop with me. So I'll get this trainer for a second. And when I see that. I'm not going to speak. Julius reminds me of Simon Code of Conduct. There we go. Rob's got one as well. Okay. I was just going to say that I know that many of you were there on Sunday when I was there with my dad and Lennon to see the Wood Army gain promotion to the National League after defeating Maidstone in the promotion playoff final. I know Councillor Harvey Cohen was there, saw him earlier as well, representing Borough Councillor Harvey. And, you know, we owe as a town huge thanks to Bournemouth FC. We owe huge thanks to Danny Hunter, the chairman. We owe huge thanks to manager Luke Gerrard and all the players and staff of that club for putting smiles back on the faces of our people and for making us proud to be Wooders. And I also wanted to say a massive thank you to the huge support that we brought with us game after game this season, being our 12th man. As a town council, of course, we contributed to that success, and we're all proud of having done that here through our sponsorship of the team, through our previous support for the renovation of the stadium and our treasured partnership with them. And we will continue to work with them to fulfil their dream of entering the Football League. So, okay, take it off again now. Thank you, it's hot. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to tell you a story. So the other night I was tucking. I was tucking Lennon into bed last night, a couple of nights ago, and I said to him, you'll remember this, Lennon. I said to him, you know, how are you feeling about your dad possibly becoming a town mayor next week? And he said, well, And he started off with and I was like, okay, this isn't going to be a good place, is it? He said, yeah, I'll be proud, but I'll be prouder of Bournemouth if they win on Sunday. Okay, right, I am just going to kind of end with, I am going to say something about, well, I'm going to say a few more things, but I am going to not be too long. Look, 5 years ago, I thought I was finished in this town. I'll be honest, I did. I was terrified to show my face. And Lennon and his mum and I were close to packing up and leaving after all the anti-Semitic abuse and threats and harassment that we faced and were faced with relentlessly for many years. But, you know, having had hundreds, possibly thousands of conversations with residents in our town over the years, one of the greatest privileges of any local councillor is that on the doorsteps, in their homes, on the streets, you get a glimpse of the successes of our residents, and you also get a glimpse of the hardships and sometimes misery and suffering that lies behind the front door, especially when they call upon you for help. What me and my family went through was horrendous, and I think most of the people in the room will know about it. But it was the resilience of so many local people to overcome their own daily struggles that inspired me to fight back, as well as the solidarity and the love from so many of you that convinced me to carry on. As a NSYNC fan said to me the other day, special to me, and it made me think of the lyrics of this song, "This I Promise You," the other day. The lyric is, "Keep faith when it's gone." Thank you for helping me keep that faith. We have got here together, and I will never forget what you've done for me. But a question that has haunted me over the last 5 years is this: where did the hate come from, and how do we make sure that it never happens again? And I'm going to paraphrase Neil Kinnock, my Labour friend will know what I'm talking about. I'll tell you what happens with an ultra-politicised local council. You start with far-fetched demonisation of your opponents to the public. Then they counter your mudslinging with smearing of their own, and you go through the years sticking to that outdated, misplaced, irrelevant to the needs of the local people that you are elected to serve. And then you end in the grotesque chaos of toxic, personalised abuse, anonymised death threats, prison sentences, children threatened, betrayals, lives ruined on all sides. I have friends and I have former enemies in this room whose lives were damaged because we forgot, and I say we as a collective we, who we are actually here to serve. I'm telling you, no matter how entertaining, how fulfilling the short-term egos, I tell you and you'll listen, I'm telling you, you can't play politics with people's lives and people's services. Now, having spoken to Sandra and Richard as leaders of the Conservative and Labour groups on this council, and the independent councillors, Graham and Alpha, having listened to the words of borough group leaders, Lynette Sullivan from the Conservatives, Mark Amron from Hertsmere First in recent days, about the need for us to work more closely together, our Town Council administration will take the lead in building a new era of community consensus in this town hall. As the late Joe Cox said, we have more in common than divides us. Richard will be announcing some of the ways that we intend to do this later. I'm almost done now, but I want to say that we will have our disagreements. We'll have them here in this building, we'll have them on social media. And that is right and proper. But the age of punch and judy politics is over in Elstree and Bournemouth. The age of political toxicity is over. The age of narcissism is over. We've always been relatively good as a town council at working cross-party anyway. But this will instill what I want to think of as municipal socialism, whereby we democratise and we devolve power to the people, always putting the needs of the residents first and seeking to amplify their voices in terms of how our council administration is run. And just finally, what kind of mayor will I be? The writer and social activist Alice Walker once said that activism is the rent that I pay for living on this planet. Although I understand that the mayoral role is a civic post in which ceremonial duty and political impartiality are imperative, I will be an activist now, and I don't know any other way. The world is facing a series of existential threats. Those who wish to spur hate and division are on the rise. Climate change is destroying our world. War pervades almost every continent on the globe. Locally, we face challenges too. Our green belt is under threat. Our wildlife is in danger. Too many people are living in unacceptable housing conditions, and we desperately need more NHS services. Whilst the town council itself may not have the powers to find you adequate housing if you live in squalor, block a mega development that would eradicate local flora and fauna, or find a school place for your child with additional needs, let me know what I can do to help as a councillor, and I will try to do that for you as I have been doing for years. If you see an injustice that needs to be campaigned about, call on me, and I will try to stand in solidarity with you. Thank you once again for the faith that you have vested in me, and I look forward to seeing you at the reception afterwards. Okay, sorry, Linda. So the next item on the agenda is item 2, the election of the deputy mayor for the municipal year 2025-26. Do I have someone to nominate me?
I would like to nominate Councillor Tamar. of his prepared speech, but I'll try to be short. Councillor Kumar is a remarkable young man, and in the years following the election has already accomplished a great deal, some of which includes chairing the Environmental and Planning Committee, as well as being an active member of the Entertainment Committee, Transport and Community Safety Forum, International Affairs Subcommittee, and the Youth Council. Touching on the last point, Councillor Kumar has been a great role model for the youth of Elstree and Bournemouth. He holds a degree in political science from King's College London and has served as policy advisor for work and pension civil service, gaining experience in policy, education and research. In addition, he has served as deputy escort of Parks Mayor, gaining valuable skills. Councillor Kumar is passionate about community engagement, inclusion and access to public services, and has worked with several charities, including Opening Doors, supporting older LGBT plus people, and Bookmark Reading Charity, promoting childhood literacy. Councillor Kumar has also used his creative networking and negotiating skills to organise the first ever Diwali celebration on behalf of the Town Council, which was a sold-out event and attended by over 400 people, receiving great feedback and demands for a yearly event. So you better get on to that. I have every faith that Councillor Kumar will do a fantastic job as Deputy Mayor and will be the youngest to do so in the town's history. Hopefully encouraging more young people to get involved in politics and sending a powerful message that Elstree and Bournemouth Town Council believes in hard work, determination, energy and leadership across all ages.
Thank you. Do I have anyone to second that? You heard that from Taoiseach Kumar.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Yes, Councillor, you've done a very, very beautiful piece, Councillor Kumar. Councillor, I'm very pleased to second Councillor Kumar based upon his qualities. He's a man of the people, for the people, and by the people. Over the years, he has worked tirelessly within our wider community and making things happen in the interest of the people. And I have no doubt that Councillor Kumar will go the extra mile in making things happen so that the lives of the folks of Elstree and Bournemouth will be better improved. So in this light, I'm pleased to second Councillor Kumar as the Deputy Mayor, who I have no doubt is going to be able to do things for you, especially so if you are unable to go to places, he'll really represent you. You'll be able to portray the body of our town council. So, Councillor Kumar, I'm pleased to say that you are the one.
Before we go to the vote, I do have to ask if there are any other nominations for this position. Okay, in that case, all of those in favour of Councillor Taoiseach Kumar as the next step to make? That's unanimous then. Congratulations. Good evening, everyone. Before I read out my short speech. I'll keep it brief and short because I know we don't have much time. I would just like to read out my declaration of acceptance. I, Tushar Kumar, having been elected to the office of Deputy Mayor of Elstree Borehamwood, declare that I take that office upon myself and with duty and faithfully fulfill the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to observe the members' code of conduct adopted by the council. Thank you. Over to my speech now. I will keep it brief, as I said. And before I start my speech, thank you, Pooja and Elsa, for those nice words. I really appreciate that. So it's an incredible honour to be elected as the newly Deputy Mayor of Elstree and Borehamwood. I would like to begin by thanking my fellow councillors for placing their trust in me, and I want to offer my congratulations to Councillor Dan Nazaro on his appointment as the Mayor. I know Dan will bring passion, integrity and vision to the role, and I look forward to supporting him every step of the way in serving our incredible town. Elstree and Borehamwood is a place full of potential, shaped by its creativity, its diversity, and most importantly, its people. From our local organisations and schools to charities and small businesses, we're a town driven by compassion, resilience, and care. As someone who believes real change starts at the community level, I've been proud to serve as a councillor over the past 2 years, chairing the Environment Planning Committee, contributing to the Entertainments Committee, the Transport and Community Safety Forum, and our International Affairs Subcommittee. Each of these roles has strengthened my passion for serving our town and ensuring that local voices are heard and valued. One of the roles I've particularly enjoyed is being the Town Council's representative to the Youth Council. Our young people are not just the leaders of tomorrow, they're active citizens of today with powerful ideas and a real drive to make a difference. I've been inspired by the environmental initiatives, the focus on sustainable travel and the commitment to helping our town. And I know some of the people from the Youth Council are present here as well today, so thank you so much for coming. As a Deputy Mayor, I will continue to work with them to make Elstree and Borehamwood an even better place to grow up. I also want to take a moment to thank our amazing council staff. Thank you so much for your hard work and dedication that you put behind the scenes to make everything we do possible. We are incredibly fortunate to have such a committed team supporting the smooth running of our council and our community events. And finally, a huge thank you to my family and friends for the constant support and encouragement. Your belief in me means everything, and without you, I wouldn't be here. So thank you so much. And to every resident, volunteer, charity, and community group, thank you. You're the heart of this town. And together with Mayor Dan and my fellow councillors, I look forward to an era of service, celebration, and standing up for the values that unite us. Thank you. As a promise, I have to say. Thank you very much, and congratulations again. Okay, so we're, believe it or not, we're actually only just about to start the rest of the meeting with the apologies. We've had apologies from Councillors Parnell, Councillor Clancy, Councillor Chalice, Councillor Kaza, and Councillor Newmark. Point 4, those of you that are following the agenda online on your, through the website, declarations of interest. To receive declarations of interest from councillors on items on the agenda. Do we have any declarations of interest? No. To receive written requests for dispensations for declarable interest, and to consider if appropriate any grants for requests for dispensation. Minutes of the last meeting. To approve and sign the minutes of the last full council held on the 2nd of April 2025. General power of competence. To note that Elstree and Bournemouth Town Council continues to operate under the general power of competence having declared eligibility at the annual council meeting held in May 2023 in accordance with the prescribed conditions. Okay, item 7 is the standing orders. We are whizzing through this. It's not going to take too long this evening, please hear. So, to adopt revised standing orders for the council based on the now 2025 model incorporating local amendments as per Appendix A. We can either accept them as they are tabled or we can take amendments to those. Councillor Butler.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, we've gone through the standing orders. There is one amendment we wish to make this evening, which is from where the standing orders read that the number of councillors to call an extraordinary meeting was to drop from 3 to 2. We'd like to actually retain that as 3 councillors to call an extraordinary meeting. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Is that the only amendment? Does anyone else have any other amendments? Okay, so we're just voting to adopt the whole thing with that amendment added. All in favour? Thank you. So point 8, agenda item 8, political proportionality. To consider and approve the application of political proportionality to standing committees, working groups, forums and other formal bodies for the 2025-26 fiscal year as set out in Appendix B. And the resolution is that the council resolves to adopt principles of political proportionality, resolves to apply political proportionality to the allocation of seats in all formal bodies, approves the recommended allocation of seats as detailed in Appendix B, and agrees that the allocation be reviewed annually at the annual council meeting or earlier should the political composition of the council change. All of those in favour? Okay, so point 9, this may take slightly longer, but it's quite an enjoyable part of the evening. The committee appointments. To appoint members to serve on the council's committees, subcommittees, working groups and forums for the forthcoming municipal year, in accordance with seat allocations agreed under item 8. I believe Councillor Button, we're going to take each committee in turn, by the way. So we'll start with entertainment committee. Councillor Butler, you have a proposal?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I understand the Conservative group have actually nominated Councillor Parnell to step into this role for the seat allocation that the Conservative group had. The independent member has withdrawn and does not wish to have a seat on that committee. So the Labour group are happy to fill that position. So through you, Mr. Mayor, I now can confirm that the chair of the Entertainment Committee will be Councillor Smith. The vice chair, as you alluded to earlier, we're trying to take the politics out of some of the parish and town council and actually put the power back into us as councillors. So we are proud and delighted to recommend that Councillor Parnell join the Entertainment Committee as the vice chair of that committee. Councillor Tushar, Councillor Rebecca Chalice and Councillor Pooja will continue on the Entertainment Committee as the other 3 councillors. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All those in favour? Thank you. Environment and Planning Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, through you. The Environment and Planning Committee, it currently has 5 members. Now, the Vice Chair, again, we're happy to award the Vice Chair to our Conservative colleague, Councillor Farrell Turner. The Chair will be Pooja, and 2 other posts that we have will be Tushar, Dan, and the other independent post. I understand the member wishes to withdraw from that, so I will be putting myself forward for that post as well. So that fills the seat allocation on the Elstree and Bournemouth Planning Committee. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Excellent. All of those in favour? Excellent, thank you. And the next one is General Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, through you again. I'm proud and pleased to say that we have filled these seats as well, as you are aware. There is 1 independent member, 1 Conservative member. Those have already been allocated, which is Councillor Parnell and Councillor Alexander. The other 3 members will be myself as the Chair, Pooja as the Vice Chair, and your good self, Mr. Mayor, as the other councillor. Thank you.
We're just voting on that. All in favour? Great, excellent, thank you very much. Staffing committee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Through you again. The staffing committee, the chair will be myself, as the general management chair. That automatically goes to myself. The vice chair, again, to show working across the chamber, that will be Councillor Parnell, and the other councillor will be awarded to Councillor Alexander. So you can see that it's cross-party and everyone will be represented. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And you vote on that as well. Staffing committee, in favour? Okay. Excellent, carried. Okay. Appeals committee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As you can see, you're automatically nominated as the chair, and we do not have a say in that. This is on the appeals committee. We understand that Councillor Turner will be serving on that committee, and Councillor Newmark will be on that committee too. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All those in favour? Thank you. The next committee is the in-house audit subcommittee. Sounds fascinating.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, again for you. The in-house audit subcommittee, the chair will be Councillor Alexander, again showing cross-party workmanship. Vice Chair, Councillor Newmark, and Councillor Parnell as the other councillor. Thank you.
All those in favour? Thank you very much. International Affairs Subcommittee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, again. I keep saying this for you, but it has to. The chair will be Councillor Parnell as the Conservative member. The vice chair will be Tishar. Two other councillors will be Dan and Jeremy. We, under the new standing orders and the code of conduct that we've adopted this evening, we are able to delete one of those posts, so we will be removing one councillor from that post. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Just to vote on that one. Excellent. And this is a new one, the Climate and Ecology Action Subcommittee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and again through you. So I know you're very keen on this. It was something you led from the front on, and I'm sure you'll still be attending when you can. But my understanding in recent days and discussions, Councillor Chalice will be on this committee as chair, Councillor Smith as vice chair, and Graham, Councillor Alexander as the other councillor. Thank you.
All in favour? Thank you. The Transport and Community Safety Forum.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, again for you. The chair will be Councillor Kalza, the vice chair, Councillor Turner, Tishar, I believe, which is to continue on this committee, Councillor Newmark, and we do have a space again for an independent member. I'm not sure, but I'm offering it to Councillor Collins, whether or not he wishes to do that or not.
Pardon me, based upon my engagement at Hasmere Borough, I won't, sadly I will have to decline because I'll be very much engaged with serving our people. So I would thank so much. I can offer that to someone else, please.
Okay, so if that's okay with the committee and the council tonight, we'll see if we can get a person to fill that fifth space. If not, we can delete that post. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. And the next one, need to vote on that. All in favour? Thank you. And the next one is the Youth Council. Just to be clear, we're not the Youth Council, the youngsters vote themselves in, but we have a representative on that from the town councillors.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, again for you. So Tishar will continue. He has done a fantastic job there. And as you can see, it says 1 member plus reserve. So I am happy to be the reserve member where I started my political journey on the Youth Council when I was 12 years old. So without the Youth Council, I would not be sitting in this chair today. So thank you, Mr. Mayor.
So it existed 40 years ago. Okay, so you just have to vote that through, hopefully. And this is another new one, the Culture Strategy Working Group.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, again for you. So there's 3 members to go on to this. Currently, we do have 2 allocations. As you're very keen on this, Mr. Mayor, you are one of those members who will be sat on that committee, along with Councillor Chalice. We have yet to find someone else, either from the Conservative Group, Independent, wishing to fill that space. If no one does fill that space by the next full council, with permission of this council tonight, we will find a allocated member from the Labour Group to fill that space. Thank you.
All in favour of that? We had a no over there. Nearly done. Yeah, this is a new one too, the Local Government Reorganisation Panel in light of the devolution bill.
Thank you, Mr Mayor, again for you. So as everyone is fully aware, the government has decided to do away with Hertfordshire County Council, Hertfordshire Borough Council. We do not know the time frame on that process at the moment. However, it is vital that the Town Council steps up to take the lead and look at what powers will be devolved from Hertfordshire Borough Council or even Hertfordshire County Council down to parish and town levels. We want to make sure that we get the best for our community elsewhere in Boreham Wood, but we also want to make sure that the members and residents of Hertsmere, as well as Hertfordshire, get the best experience through this reorganisation and make sure that everyone can understand that. So, as you can see by the minutes table tonight, the chair will actually be the town clerk, the vice chair will be the deputy town clerk. This is open to every single councillor. However, we have actually had nominations put forward from Service Group, Councillor Parnell, and the Independents, Councillor Alexander, myself, Mr Mayor and Tishar will be on this committee. Anyone is able to join. It's vital that we get this right for the residents of Elstree and Boreham Wood, as I say, Hertsmere residents and then Hertfordshire residents too. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Those in favour? Excellent, thank you. We now move on to the outside bodies. This is to appoint members to various outside bodies that aren't run by us and have representatives on them externally. The first one is Elstree and Boreham Wood Museum.
Just for clarity, as the minutes have been printed, Mr Mayor, the Leacliff and Aycliffe big local advisory panel is actually being deleted at the end of June, so we will not be putting anyone forward to that post because there's no point, let's be honest. If it's going at the end of June, it'll be there for a month. So just for clarity for everyone watching and in the room tonight. For Elstree and Boreham Wood Museum, I'm proud to say that Pooja here will be representing Elstree and Boreham Wood Town Council.
Just to vote on that. All in favour? Thank you. That's Pooja. Elstree and Boreham Wood and Elstree Twin Town Association.
Thank you, Mr Mayor, again for you. I am proud to say that Councillor Parnell will serve on that outside body as it's an automatic link to our International Affairs Subcommittee. Thank you.
Those in favour? Thank you. Elstree Boreham Wood and District Community Association.
Thank you, Mr Mayor, again for you. So the two councillors will be Councillor Parnell and myself, Mr Mayor. Thank you.
All those in favour? Cool, pass. Elstree, that one. Hertsmere and Redcast.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I am proud to say that, Mr Mayor, you have agreed to serve on this committee as an outside body member. Thank you.
All those in favour? Thank you very much. Aldenham Country Park.
Thank you, Mr Mayor, and I know how hard you have worked at Aldenham Country Park, and it's proud of us all here tonight to nominate you to continue serving on that outside body. So thank you, Mr Mayor.
Thank you. All in favour? I'm damn grateful for that. Thank you. Let's move on. Maxwell Park Management Group.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I am proud to say that Councillor Carswell will serve as outside body to that. Thank you.
All of those in favour? Thank you. And finally, the Elstree Aerodrome Consultative Committee.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Again, there is only one pilot in this room, so I'm wondering if Councillor Collins would be the honour and continue on this one outside body. Thank you.
I'm wholeheartedly willing to go about and serve, because I like flying, Only my wife is always afraid to fly with me.
Thank you, Councillor Collins.
So, all of those in favour? Would Reverend Louise be in favour if she could vote? Thank you. Okay, so that's, we don't have too much more to do here. Moving on to point 11, the schedule of meetings. To note the schedule of meetings was agreed by Council on the 29th of January 2025 and updated on the 28th of April 2025. It's on our website. If anyone, I should add that we really do like it when members of the public come to watch our meetings, especially full council meetings. All the dates are on the website, so please do take a look and try to come along if you can. So are we in favour of the schedule? Yeah, agreed. Okay, so we now have policies for adoption. So point A is to adopt the overarching committee terms of reference and delegated powers and confirm that any separately adopted terms of reference as listed remain in effect. Do we want to accept these as tabled? Were there any amendments to that?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to make a comment that this is actually delivering power to the committees and allowing the committees to have more say over their own remit and delivery of community programmes. So I'm really in favour of this. I think it's a good thing and a good step for the council. Thank you.
Excellent. Any amendments at all? No? Okay, so we'll vote for those. Thank you. And point 2 is just to note the existing terms of reference for committees, subcommittees, forums, and advisory bodies. I won't read the whole thing, but just to note. Okay. To adopt the revised code of conduct. Does anyone want to make any amendments to the code of conduct? All in favour of accepting it as tabled? Thank you. And to adopt the revised register of interests policy. All in favour? Point 13, I'll just read this out very briefly. The 2025-26 insurance policy schedule. To note the 2025-26 insurance renewal under the existing 3-year agreement with Zurich in place until the 1st of June 2026. Policy premium £4,537.39. All those that's to note. Just to note. Okay. Right. Item 14. Stapleton Gardens, Green Street allotment development, which has already been approved and passed. This is simply to consider delegated authority to the town clerk, and the proposed resolution is that council resolves to delegate authority to the town clerk to 1. Approve all aspects of the specification and delivery of the new allotment scheme. 2. Agree all timings and scheduling matters relating to the development handover of the site. 3. Undertake or authorise all necessary steps to facilitate both practical and legal completion of the scheme, including handover arrangements. 4. Arrange for the registration of the land at Her Majesty's Land Registry, or to instruct the council's legal representatives to do so as appropriate. And 5. To report progress under this delegation to each meeting before council under the scheme until the scheme is complete. Is everyone happy with that? Please.
Sorry, Mr. Mayor, just through you again. I just want to make a comment. I think this is a fantastic thing that the council has actually achieved. And just for the minutes, that this will actually deliver the largest affordable housing development in the borough from today as well. So this is a fantastic scheme. The allotment waiting list will be wiped out with the additional allotments, and this also helps with biodiversity and people to grow crops and people who haven't got gardens. So this is a massive win, not only for Hartsden Borough Council, but also Elstree and Bournemouth Town Council and the residents of Elstree and Bournemouth. Thank you, Mr.
So, all of those in favour of the proposed resolution? We're almost at the end of the agenda, but believe it or not, we have got there. Public participation. So, it's item 15. To receive questions or statements from the public in relation to items on the agenda. Would any member of the public like to ask a question or make a statement? John College.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Speaking from the body of Kirk, I think it's very appropriate. I preface my remarks by thanking you and your fellow councillors and the hard-working team of officers here in this building for all the good work you do on behalf of all of us, the residents of the community. So thank you very much indeed. And congratulations on your election. The reason I'm rising, in addition to the opportunity to say that, is to draw everyone's attention to the WD6 magazine that you received tonight, and in particular to an item which is on the second page, the inside of the front cover, the section that's headed Suggestions Please. For the avoidance of doubt, the picture there of a plaque indicating that Paul Robeson lived here does not in fact relate to anywhere in Elstree Moor. It would be good if he had, but sadly that's merely illustrative of what these commemorative plaques look like. The Town Council has, I think, shown great initiative and imagination in approving a proposal that we have a scheme of similar plaques commemorating locations, buildings and sites within our community where people of consequence, either to a local community or widely, or indeed events that have had an ongoing significance to us all, took place and can be commemorated. And we're looking to everybody for suggestions as to who we might commemorate by plaques in this way. It will be a scheme of green plaques. We have to put up several every year, so it will be an ongoing scheme. It will draw attention to educate all of us about where people have lived in the past or worked in the past and made an important contribution to the growth of our town, or indeed people who have played a greater part in the history of our country. So all and any suggestions are welcome. The only qualification is that the person concerned has to be deceased. So don't nominate your best friend that's still living at the moment. But apart from that, we're very keen to have suggestions. It tells you how to do it and what information is required. So I hope you'll all put your thinking caps on and come forward with ideas so that we can make this plaque scheme a success. Thank you very much.
Well, I do want to really thank you for helping us to propose and develop that scheme. And I will just say, actually, point of fact that I'm sure you know, because you always know everything. You've got such an amazing brain about our town. But Robeson didn't live in the town quite right, but he acted in Sanders of the River in 1935. And of course, there's a street named after him, Kenworth Ward, Robeson Way as well. So there is a local connection, and I expect that's probably why we had him there. But you're quite right, he didn't live in the town. Are there any other questions or contributions from the audience? So, without further ado, in that case, we'll close the meeting. The next meeting of full council is scheduled for Wednesday, the 18th of June, 2025, at 7:30 p.m. in Fairway Hall. Thank you so much again, everyone, for coming, and congratulations to Tushar and to everyone in our community for all the incredible things that we do as a town.